Hey everyone, so I'm Vulcanex, and we're going to be talking a bit about some stuff, especially for the new furs. Obviously some of the older furs would know the stuff already. They've been in the fandom for a good while, or at least have their wits about themselves. So this video is for a few other people who may need a little help here and there. So first up, I want to help out people who've never really properly purchased a fursuit before, and also people who, well, they're not quite sure what furry is, but they know what AliExpress is. So, let's take a look. So here's a page on AliExpress showing one. Now this here looks legitimate, but it's not. Let me explain. So, I've been doing a lot of stuff when it comes to fursuit making, and know a lot of people who do. And some of those people have, good experience and all that. Now, why is this a scam? I'm going to show you. So this image is actually older than it appears. If we go into Google search and then go to images, and I take that exact image straight from that post, drag it into here, and then search, we can go to this person's fur affinity. This person's post is 10 years old. This post is ancient. So, this fursuit is actually not what it claims to be. Now, obviously, we can also look at the person who's made this listing. Now, this name right here is not the same name that's on here. That's not the person who made that fursuit. Obviously, this is a scam. Now, I did message the seller to try and see if I could figure some stuff out about them, but they have never replied. Oh well. Anywho's, what can I say about this? 1. Fursuits don't normally cost around 700 New Zealand. They can go upwards of about 1,000 or more. Yes, I know that's expensive, but you're paying for something that is usually custom made, that is incredibly, very custom item. This is something that isn't just like churned out in a factory overnight. This is an item that's made by hand with someone with a sewing machine, and sometimes even just with a sewing needle and scissors. Trust me, there are people out there who will do things like that by hand. I use a sewing machine for most of my stuff, and it still takes like an entire day to do some basic stuff. Mind me, I'm still learning. But, would I ever recommend to buy from here? The only things I buy from here when it comes to fursuits is making my own stuff. Now, you still got to be careful, like there is fur that is not that good. You got to look at the negative reviews on stuff. And you'll see, oh, this person got, instead of, 25 by 8 meters or inches or centimeters of fabric, they only got like 20 by 20. It pays to always keep a look at the negative reviews on a lot of products. As well as, of course, overall, just what they're selling. Now, I have been obviously known about this stuff for years from other creators, so I thought I'll make my own video about it. Now, there are a lot of fursuit making videos out there that show you how to make fursuits, and where can you buy a fursuit if you want a pre-made. I would recommend a place called the Dealer's Den. This is a website that's designed to actually sell fursuits. Most of the time that I've seen on there, most of them are either pre-made and are ready to go, or they're a commission slot. Now, a commission slot basically means that this person is willing to make a fursuit for you, and this is how you can purchase through it, kind of thing. It's basically just, this is their time slot that they can able to make one fursuit. Now, there are a lot of makers out there, but you want to go by reputation and overall a bunch of other basic things like that. Such as, of course, if the person has made good quality fursuits in the past, or if they have made not that good ones. Now, I'm not going to throw shade at anyone in particular. There are a lot of fursuit makers out there. Some of them may have started off pretty rough, maybe only making one that wasn't that good. But overall, what is important is just to be avoiding these types of scams. I've managed to avoid them most of my life because I'm obviously at least somewhat tech savvy. So show this video to people who ain't, so that they can understand. Most of these fursuits are using stolen designs, so someone else's fursuit, and mine is very unique. It's a dragon with a big skunk tail. So I'm a scraggin, a skunk dragon. And some people obviously have other designs out there. Now, everyone's unique, and that's okay. But what isn't is obviously people ripping people off. Now, I tried to actually report the item on their account. Now, this is the part that's a little bit infuriating, because I go to submit a report, and that phrase comes up in Chinese, I believe it is. I did try to translate it, and it just came back as gibberish. So obviously something that's in Chinese that I can't understand. Now, you go, oh, well, why don't you go to this little thing down here? That's a refund policy. Where is it? Ah, there we go. Disputes and reports. There's the button. And I go to submit a report. Guess what happens? We're right back where we started. So, it's obviously a useless page. It doesn't do anything. What I would recommend is just avoiding the site when it comes to buying fursuits. Don't. Just don't. Yeah, so that's for anyone for this Christmas. If you are buying something for someone that is furry, do not buy fursuits on AliExpress, eBay, or Amazon. No matter what they claim, it is fake. I'm hoping that is clear enough for everyone to understand. Now, with that being said, I'm not trying to be mean or rude to anyone, but just be avoiding these scams. I know some people out there are easily fooled, or just, I guess they just think everyone's telling the truth, which isn't true. But yeah, that is all the proof that you need though, is basically just taking the photo. You can do this yourself. Just take a screenshot with the screenshot tool on your computer, which is this one right here. So if I bring up this window, and that, which is this. This is called Snip and Sketch. You just go like this, and you can drag it out and cover the area you wish to take a screenshot of. You can then hit save and save a photo directly to your computer, and then scan that through Google image search by just going here, clicking on that, and then upload the file. Now, you can easily do that with any number of things that is on the site. Not just fursuit related. This could be anything. Anything. This is probably the only good use for things like AI, is actually using it to actually find something, especially if it's the original post, which obviously was over 10 years ago. Yeah, so I hope this has helped out a lot of new furs, and is a big boom for a lot of people who may need a little bit of a brain thing for you all, a bit of brain food to help you. And yeah, so to all the new furs, welcome to this fandom, and I hope that you are a little bit more cautious. There's a lot of places to go, like the Dealer's Den online. It's a place you can go to buy fursuits, or you can find a local fursuit maker in your area. Once you find one that's actually local and all that, they'll help with shipping costs, and will make things a little easier with money transfers. You don't have to have like all these complex things like money bank transfers with different rates and all the rest and all the knots and stuff that we could go on for days about. Anyways, that's it. That's basically all I can give you for now. I'm trying to get this as short and simple as possible. But I hope it helps, especially to all the new furs or people in general who just aren't too sure. This is okay. I started out confused and not too sure myself. You will get there, you'll be fine. Other than that, I hope you all have a fabulous Christmas, a fabulous time wherever you may be, and take care everyone. Bye-bye! Bye!